On last week's episode of the Zach Levet Show, we were in Williamsburg, Virginia, at the College of William and Mary, doing a Q&A, as well as telling you about the fact that I have bronchitis. But now, we have less bronchitis, and we are not in Williamsburg, Virginia. We are in Richmond, Virginia, for an exciting video of me, teaching you something cool. Teaching you how to run a faster 1600 meter run. Whether it is the 1600 meter run or the mile that you're here to learn about, they are essentially the same race. If you didn't know, the mile is 9 meters longer than a 1600 meters, so it's 1609 meters. Fun fact of the day. But nonetheless, we are going to teach you about this. And you may be wondering, who is this we you speak of? And I actually have an exciting guest for the video, an exciting guest for the show. And I don't know why I'm treating it as a show. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic. It's just a YouTube video. But basically, I'm going to be teaming up with the Athlete Special, also known as Spencer Brown here on YouTube. And he is a sub 4 minute miler. He has gone sub 4 minutes in the mile. He's run 3:59. And he just ran 3:39 in the 1500, which is even faster than his previous mile best if you convert it, all that fun stuff. I'm a 4:18 miler, so I'm a little bit less qualified, but I still think that I'm extremely qualified because I've run tons of mile races in my life. Although I'm more of a distance guy, I still have a ton of knowledge that's going to help you run a faster time in the mile, and I can assure you that. I can assure you that you will take away something from this video that you will find valuable. And that is a promise. And if you don't find something valuable in this video, then let me know, because maybe I need to make another video. But nonetheless, let's get into this advice. Let me show you how we're gonna break this video down, how we're gonna get into the meat of this video, and then we'll get into it. So let's do that. Okay, so you may be thinking, Zach, I have a race tomorrow. Like, I'm racing tomorrow. I need advice to address it right now. Like, how do I run faster tomorrow? And of course, there's advice for that. There's advice for when you need to be racing in a month. And how we're gonna go about that is we're gonna start by talking about training, kind of how it works, how you're gonna be preparing for the race physically. Then we're gonna talk about the day up, the mental side, the how to go about racing a mile. And then we'll go into the Athlete Specials experience, that sub 4 mentality, how he got there, what he's doing, and kind of break that down. And then next, we will get into my final concluding advice, bring it all together, teach you everything you need to know to finally PR, to run a new big PR, to be running faster. And I genuinely think that everything in this video will help you run faster. I think that if you watch till the end, this will help you. This will be an inclusive guide. There should not be any questions left at the end. But if you do have a question, let us know in the comments down below, and I'll try and address as many as I can, and I'll probably tell Spencer to try and address some as well because he's a sub 4 guy. So with no further ado, let's get into this video and let us teach you how to run a faster mile. Okay, so to get into training a little bit, let's break down how your season works. Because in high school, I would always think, oh my gosh, like my races aren't coming through, like I'm not having the best races, and it'd be like early in the season. And what I didn't know is that coaches intentionally have that happen. They kind of build your base at the start of the season. More fartlek workouts, easier workouts. They're just kind of working on your endurance. Then as the season progresses, they move into more of 1,000 meter workouts where you're doing 1,000 reps with some 400s, maybe some 800s. And then finally, when it's time to run your best races, they have you do peaking workouts. There are sometimes like 4x400 with 4 200s at the end, all like goal race pace or something like that, where it's faster, training in your speed, honing in your speed, getting you to where you need to be. And so usually those are the workouts that will be getting you to where you exactly want to race, being able to run the fastest PRs of your life. And so don't stress out if you're not racing well at the start of the season. Build into it, it's gonna come. It's all about believing in the training and knowing that the good races will come. Another important note about training is that you need to remember to be doing the small things right. I was talking to Easton Allred a couple weeks back with Bashir on the podcast. We were like, what's your advice for runners? Like, what's your best advice? And he was like,
I get that question a lot, and I thought a lot about it, and I think that everybody's looking for like this big, like, aha, like this is the big secret, this is what I haven't been doing. And the truth is there really is not one of those. It's all about the little things. And
do the small things right. Like, he just does all the small things right. And that is so critical. If you're trying to be a great runner, if you're trying to do, the best you possibly can, the important thing is to be doing all the small things right. Be getting 8 hours or more every night of sleep. Be drinking a ton of water. Be eating a healthy diet. Remember that every hard day of work you have at practice is gonna lead to you being a better runner. And so don't think like one small thing it doesn't matter, because those small things build to the big things and they build to the runner that you wanna be. So remember that. Okay, let's get into the mental aspects. How you can mentally go about racing your race, how you can be doing your best on race day. Okay, so on race day or the days before, you need to be visualizing your race. As much as you can, you need to be thinking about how this race will happen, how I'm gonna go about racing it. Now that we've got visualization out of the way, it's really important to consider how you're gonna mentally think about this race, how you're gonna break it down, how you're gonna go about attacking it. I'd highly recommend not thinking about it in 4 laps. Don't think about it that way. Think about it in 3 chunks. There's the first 400 meters, and this is the time where everyone's there. You don't have to worry about falling off. Anybody can make it through the first 400 meters. Then you think about it in a 600 meter chunk. There's 600 meters, and this is where a lot of the race happens. And the only job you have is to stay there. Stay where you need to be. And so the race may slow down, it may get faster, there may be some attacks. Wherever you're racing from, you need to keep yourself there. No matter what it is, don't slip back behind where you need to be. Don't be thinking about time, just be racing at this point. Then you come up on 600 meters left. 1,000 meters of the race are gone. You have half a turn and then a full lap. This is the part where it might start to hurt. The race might start to get you in the hammies, but that doesn't matter. And so you're gearing up for your kick. You're preparing. You're seeing people make moves and you follow those moves. But only make your move when you feel comfortable, when you know you have that last little bit of energy, but you have to make a move. That's the one rule. You have to make a move. Put out a little bit more effort because it's all mental at that point. You may feel tired, you may feel dead. Your mind may say, I have nothing left. I've had that, I've experienced that. And then you're done. The race is over and you finished your mile in a new big PR, not thinking about the time at all, not thinking about the lap splits. You're just racing. You're being out there, being competitive, putting yourself in a position that you want to be in. That's the key. Now it's time to talk to Spencer Brown, find out his best advice for the mile by sub 4-minute miler. So we are with Spencer Brown, the Athlete Special. Give us a little intro.
What's going on, guys? Athlete Special here. Subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Zach, and yeah, have a good day.
Yeah, and so Spencer is a sub 4 miler. Pretty crazy. Just ran 3:39 in the 1500. So Spencer, tell us some of your biggest tips for the mile. What do people need to know to get better, to be doing racing at their best?
Guys, my biggest tip for a mile or 1500 is you have to go into every race with an open mind, and you can't have too specific of a strategy. You have to know that every race is going to turn out the way you don't think it will. So if you come into each race with an open mindset like that, you're going to do well. Stay confident, and yeah.
And so also, what do you do before the race? Like the day of, what is your thing? Like how do you prepare when it's game time?
Okay, so 6 hours out, I do a slight jog, 10-minute jog, very, very easy. And then after that, I usually eat a small lunch 4 hours out, like a sandwich or something. And I literally lay in bed and watch videos for 3 hours straight, just to stay as relaxed as possible. Yeah. And then I drink coffee an hour before I race.
Get the caffeine.
Espresso, any sort of caffeine, just to kind of hype myself up. And then 14-minute run for the warm up, and then some strides, and then we're put the spikes on, put the Gucci socks on, we're good to go.
Dude, amazing. And if you want to watch some of Spencer's videos, he takes you through his race day. He just ran the 1500 super fast, has a recent video up. Go check him out. I'll link him in the description. But Spencer, it was great talking to you.
You too, Zach.
Thank you for coming on. Okay, so this video has gotten a little official. We've gotten pretty serious, and of course, that talk from the Athlete Special, deep, good stuff. Remember what he said. He is a sub 4-minute miler. He is amazing, and if you haven't checked out his channel, be sure to check it out. I'll link it in the description. But we're a little bit more casual in the bed. We're a little bit more relaxed. This is kind of how I like the videos to be, but I had to get official to give you the deep advice. We still have a little bit more advice though. My final bit of advice, and this may come across as a little cliche, but it's as true as it comes. This is something that's lived with me since I was beginning running, and my coach once said, what you put in is what you get out, and it's that simple. That's how simple this sport is. Literally, how hard you work every single day, doing all the right things will lead to you becoming a better runner. It's that simple. all the small things you can be doing, you should be doing. If you're saying, I haven't PR'd in a month, I haven't PR'd in a year, it's because like there are small things that you need to be doing, be getting better. But that is all for my advice for the mile. I hope that you've enjoyed. If you found it valuable, be sure to share this with your friends. Let them know that there's some good advice packed into this video. And if you still have questions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll try and address them. Maybe Spencer will address them. I don't know, but I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you next Tuesday. As usual, live happy and be healthy, and I will see you soon.